Okay. Very time to accept we said earlier that anytime it has to, anytime it says the carried cassive, it means Syrian cassive. But the problem is we have the word taina, which says when a man gives to his friend cassive okalim money or vessels. There's more to guard them with non-shvus hadayan hataina shtei cassive. We taught in a Bryce in a Mishnah, the swearing of for day on him has to be the claim has to be to cassive. Well, dash dash of pruta, but the admittance one pruta hasum domi the kalim. There it's the same as kalim. My kalim shnaim af kesuv shnaim. So just like Rashi learns this kasha as let's see Rashi actually. Varatanish on toinas a person man claims his friend, there must be an also make him swear him hold up a miktas if he admits a little bit and makes him swear if he admits a little bit. The Chosef as the pasuk says. Ki etain when a man gives to his friend to guard money or vessels. Kazav okalim. We're gonna see that. But all of Ksiv says Asher Yom Kiuzeh, which he says this is it. The Alfina Minei Shamod Miktas Yeshava, that person who swears admits a little bit should swear. V'nikra Balabayis Hasam Ksiv, that you should become close to the Balabayis is written over there, wrote over there. But Darshina learned the Shmuel make a drasha for that to mean Shvuah. Okay. So it says Shvuah with Mod Miktas. But the non-Shvuah Sadayanim we learned in a Brisa. Baishvus Adayanim is with two, has to be Shtei Kasev and Holder Shabbat. The Shtei Kasev means two maws. Non-Shvus Adayanim, Eina Bapachos Mitaina Shtei maws, can't be less than the claim of two maws. Kasev, Pligi Bar Rav Shmuel is a Machlokas Rav and Shmuel. Rav Amar Kefir Shtei Kasev, Rav says the denial is two Kasev. Shmuel Amar Taina, that's Shtei Kasev. And Shmuel is saying the claim itself is two Kasev. If I feel low covered by a par pruta, even if you only denied one pruta. Or hold up a pruta, or you just admitted with a pruta, then a chayev. Mikomakom mediktani shtei kasef, from the fact that it said shtei kasef, shma mina kral lav dafka. We see or hold up a pruta chayev. So even if you just admitted with the pruta, Shmuel would say it would be enough as long as the whole claim was two. But still, from the fact that it says two kasef, shma mina kral lav dafka, we have to do lav dafka kasef. It doesn't mean only Syrian kasef. Comment. It just said a general amount of money, just makbid on mamma. But Kivin del Pirish Kama, since it didn't say how much, the pasuk was only given to the Chacham to figure out what it means. And the Rabban only are established to make him swear, but they didn't establish to swear about with less than this. So the only amount they could figure out is okay, at least two maws. That's a good amount. The equal dafka kasev, that if you'll tell me it means specifically kasev, Syrian kasev, like the habamina kasev, no hidamahi matbea b'chusa, granted ma is the lowest coin, and but shebetzuri and turi mihum shtayim anu, how do you know two? So then that's the Gemara's kasha. If kasev means only tsuri kasev, so how do you know two ma's? Granted, kasev would mean one ma, but it doesn't make sense to me too. Must be it's talking not Syrian, and then it didn't say any amount. It just said kesef, and who knows what that means. It means pruta is the lowest kesef, but the chachamim then have the right to figure it out. If it said a certain amount, meaning a Syrian coin, so that's more specific, and the Rabbanan wouldn't have figured it out. They would have left it at that, the lowest Syrian coin. Just like Kalim, so the answer is, the reason why we got two is because just like we know Kalim plural is at least two vessels. When you say plural, is af kasef shnaim. So when it says money, it means two. Ma kasef davar chashiv, af kalim davar chashiv. Just like kasef is chashiv because it's worth money. It is money. So two af kalim. So to kalim is a davar chashiv. V'hari ma'aser. Okay, yeah. V'hari ma'aser d'kseh v'sarta kasef biyadecha, and there's ma'aser, which actually let's see Rashi. Ma kasev davar chashiv, av kalim davar chashiv, just like kasev is chashiv, so to kalim is chashiv. Sheishavim shtei kasev, it has to be worth at least two kasev. That's what we're learning from this hekesh, backwards. When a person gives the watch kasev or kalim, either vessels or money. So we say from the fact that vessels are like money, it has to be worth at least the amount of money. That two maws, like we're saying. Like we got from Kalim is two, we brought back to because of that's two maws, and now we're saying those two maws have to be the Kalim have to be worth two maws. Ulefuki man number, to exclude the man number, husband tanner steak machatin. If you claim 2 needles, chaybo dalachas mehem, then you'd be chayiv with admitting one of them. That's why it said it took out kalim to say with it whatever they are. Klomer she's chayiv with kalim v'kolshu, meaning to say that you should be chayiv with kalim with whatever they are. I have that here. So it says over here. I should have this here. Here it is. Ravana says in the Shmuel Tanish Day Machatim, if you claim 2 claims, 2 needles, you admit one of them, say I owe you one of those needles, the other one has never happened. Chayiv, you would be chayiv. That's why I put out kalim for whatever they are to tell you they're special, they don't have the rules like money. There's money and then there's kalim, separate rules. Save for whatever they are. If you look older, even a little bit, because I mean, that's why it's saying, that's why I took al kelim l'mashen, v'imishim hadas miminata akfira, behazvir. Okay, it's not important for us. That was talking about minatayinam. Anyway, rabbis explain dinar hu matbe'am b'chuzos. They have a different pshat in the whole story. Again, they say that dinar is the lowest coin in Suri. Shabbaturi. Upircha the mediktani shteikas. When they're asking for the vexes, the shteikas, the shemos, which are most, because shtei is in female or whatever, and it only fits with most and doesn't fit with dinars, and the kash v'tirutza. And the answer is ma kalim davar chashav af kesef davar chashav. So just like kalim is chashav, so too, just like kalim is chashav, so too kesef has to be chashav, and therefore we don't go by the normal reading of kesef to mean dinar. Rather, it means chashav. Uma davar chashav and ama is chashav, because we connect the kalim, just has to be chashav. The kalim are chashav, so too this is chashav. Uladi kasha debeitu. I have a lot of kashas in this. Rashi says chada diam kain the kol kesef abim b'torah is dinar, that all the kesef that's in the Torah is a dinar. Who heichi yasu hachakesh mafkele haka this hakish, get rid of it. Haki yasu hakesh lashmina ma kalim shnayim maf kesef shnayim. We already need this hakish to say the kalim's 2, so to the money should be 2. So don't tell me kesef means dinar. Yeah, you have a hekesh. We use that hekesh. That hekesh is used for, just like kalim is 2, so too kesef is 2. Who dasa, v'od ma kalim davar chashav, saying that what the kalim is a chashav, and therefore, so you only need by money davar chashav. V'chi macha davar chashav. Is that really true that a needle is a chashav thing? V'hamin and hasam lekach to kalim Hashem. And that's why I took out kalim for whatever they are, because it's not chashav. Kalim are intrinsically not so chashav. We see that needles aren't so chashav. V'od behed yamin and hasam. Furthermore, fair we say over there, yipcha ma kesef davar chashav av kalim davar chashav. Just like kesef is chashav, so the kalim is chashav. The kesef kiyaso lehach drasha also. And kesef, when it comes for this drasha to say kesef is chashav and kalim are also should be chashav, meaning not like the mandamer. You can use it for kol shtu. Okay. But Tanan, Napar telling me most Meister Shenim, Kasif, Hari Meister, there's Meister, which successive, it's Arta Kasabiyadach, and you should wrap the money in your hand. It's not Napar telling me most Meister Sheni. It says when you pay up a seller, or like you use pennies to make you want to get a bigger coin. The seller, it's called, yeah, you're paying pennies for the seller. Or purchase for the seller. Mimos Meiser Sheni, using Meiser Sheni Kasef, so then you could do that. But the Kash is, how did you have prutas to fill up the seller? You can't, it says the word Kasef. You carry the Kasef in your hand, and meaning you could put a Meiser Sheni onto Kasef. It said you're allowed to carry the money in your hands, and you could move it to money. But money, you said, means Syrian coins, not prutas. So the answer is Kasef or Kasef. Reba. It could have said Kasef and it added just an extra hey and said ha Kasef. That's where it teaches us more. Include something, including fruit. V'hari hagdish. We have hagdish to Kasef v'nasa Kasef v'kamlo, and you should give the money to establish to him v'amr shmuel hagdish shavar mana shegalav shavar fruit is mechol. That if you have a mana's worth, which you just use one fruit to depose it, it works. Hasanami Kasef yalif mimais. There we also have an extra Kasef from mice that it works. Okay, Rashi says, "Apart telling most meiser sheni, one who pays prutas to sell from meiser sheni." Maskana beisham yami b'chol sell. Maskana beisham says you could do the wholesaler. Most you could make the wholesale into money, and we'll see. There's a machlokas over there. Umihu shemina mina. However, the main thing is we learn from there. Shechila tchila some meiser beprutos. Originally the meiser fell on prutos shal nachoshes. And now you want to take out from them a sella, and so how could you do that? The answer is an extra kesef. The and it says you should pay, and you should add a fifth of money to its value, and it will establish them so you could be part of the hegdish. And we said if you Shechila prutos and mechula does work. The ain't no nalakai hegdish. The reason why even a pruto would work because there's no another hegdish. The chsev isha achiv. It says man and his friend, so it says his friend and not hegdish. Vashmin and Shmuel just like it's been excluded from Elna, only your friend, but not hegdish, not based on hegdish. It might not be mekov. It's also been excluded from destroying the sale. So there's sometimes you give back the money if it's less than a six. If it's more than a six. If it's a six, you give back the money. If it's more than a six, you retract the sale. And it's saying so both. Giving back the money and retracting the sale are out. The sale goes and it all works. It just you paid the wrong amount. Kasef, we learned an extra kasef. So how come you can use a pruta? How come Shmuel said you could use a pruta? The answer is from the word kasef. Gomer pidyon hegdish. We pidyon meiser. We learned hegdish from meiser. Avoshar kasef shebatorah. So why don't we do this? Always just put kasef everywhere and connect them to this hay one, which we learned means pruta. Lo yalef mina, you can't learn that from it. The lo damu, it's not the same. Vo dehacha kasafim yisera ksiv, and here there's extras. A lot of kasafim has an extra word kasef here, by hegdish, and therefore since it's an extra word kasef, we can connect it to the other kasef and say there's a hay and say over here that you don't need to be a regular kasef. You're a ha kasef one, which is a pruta. V'haritaina, Rashi Tosu says, Richard Gunsh Billy Tani Shake Kasef, the fact that it says stay Kasef Shnami, not Kral Lav Dafka. We see that the pasuk is not specific. Kamar Kasef didn't really just mean Kasef. Ela Mamon Ba'al Makab just makbid on money. But Kivin Shalo Pirish Kama, since it didn't say the amount, Lo Masrel Chachamim was only given to the Chacham, Lo Kim Lo Lashbu, Abivatsu and they don't have established them to make the guy swear if it's less than this Shake Kasef. But it just said any amount. And they just said, okay, the best amount is 2. Rashi here. The Krog has of Dafka Kamar that if the pasuk only meant specifically Kasef, Nahi the Mahi Matbea, because granted the Mazlo is going to be Mihu, Shtayim Manalu, where'd you get 2 from? Shani, Ma Kalim Shnayim, Maf Kasef Shnayim, just like Kalim is 2, so money is 2, so from the Hakesh. Ma Kasef Davar Chashiv, Af Kalim Davar Chashiv, just like Kasef is Chashiv, so do Kalim is Chashiv, going the other way back from the Hakesh. Davar Chashiv Klomar, meaning to say, Shayu Shavin Shtei Kasef, that has to be 2 kasefs. This Rashi level be man number Tanu Shtei Machatim Chaybo that's Achatz Mehem to exclude the man number. It says that if you claim 2 needles, you'll be chayav by one of them. L'chein Yotzu Kalim Mashu, and the way they get that is from the fact that it said Kalim to be whatever they are. It said specific mention of Kalim to be whatever they are. So this is telling you no. We're connecting kasef to Kalim, not just whatever they are. They have to be a 2 kasef amount worth 2 kasef. That, but in the other mandam which says it was for whatever they are, that meant that you should be chayban on whatever they are. And the rabbis explain that's this here. That the dinar is the lowest coin in Turi, and that's a good. The reason why you'd want to do that is because you don't have to do Rashi on the earlier page and say that. How come Kedushin is with a dinar according to Beis Shammai with using the system of all kasef and tar mitzuri? So Rashi said, if you hold Mazalor's currency, he said, well, it didn't say pruta, it said a tzuri, and ma, and therefore, since we know it means more than the minimum, obviously it means a good amount, and the rabbis picked the dinar. As opposed to Rashi's rabbis who are going to be able to say that's the lowest coin a dinar. They didn't pick a dinar. It said tzuri coin, and the lowest is a dinar. There is no ma in the tzurian currency. Uparach midiktani shtei kesef shem mo. So if it is in the system, our question is, it says shtei kesef, which is mos, and this is a good kasha. Why did it say mos? Lokatani shnei, and didn't say the word shnei, the havi mashma shnei dinarim, which would have been implied that there are 2 dinars. V'tir, it's ma kalim davar chashiv, af kesef davar chashiv, just like kalim is something chashiv, so do kesef is davar chashiv, ma davar chashiv, and ma is a davar chashiv thing, and even though it's not regular kesef, but from the hekesh we see you don't need that. Ulidi kashav batu, Rashi says, I have a lot of kashas on this. Chada im kain kol dekola kesef am b'Torah who dinar, then all the kesef in the Torah is dinar. Hechi asya hakesha, how could this hakesh come? Mapik law and get rid of it. Haki asya hakesha lashminan. Ma kalim shnayim, map kesef shnayim. But this hakesh is to say that just like kalim is 2, so too kesef is 2. Hudasa. It's really just for that. It's just to say we've already used this kalim to say 2. And so therefore, how are you getting that kalim can teach us even chashiv? But in my kamer ma kalim davar chashiv, what are you saying that kalim are davar chashiv? Was it really a needle, a chashiv thing? That's why you said, that's why you set out kalim as a separate mention to say like whatever they are. Those kalim are different than money; they are just whatever's, and any kalim that you can do modu makes us on. We see that they're not chashiv, those needles. Furthermore, it says beferish over there, ma kesef davar chashiv, af kalim davar chashiv, just like kalim, kesef is chashiv. So do kalim is kasha, but kesef kiyasu lahach drasha lasam. And kesef when it came was for this drasha. Rehikshal pirashi the. So it's the opposite. Kesef is the kasha, one not kalim. So then kesef is for this drasha to get rid of this kalim thing. And to say that you thought kalim were kashuv and can be whatever they are, and no, kesef is to get rid of them. It has to be kashuv 2 mas. Ankalan Shon of Rehik Shalbir Rash, the Rees asking Rash, and Kiva the Matveya, Pakla Shabatu, since the lowest coin into he is a Ma, Hechi Shai, Kalal, Memar, Kimadaf, Kimi Putum, Ekmandin. How can you possibly say that one lowest coin is a Ma? How could you say since it didn't have, it wasn't a Pruta, it became a dinar? Well, Havale the Memar, Amma, Shu Matveya, Pakla Shabatu. They should have said that it's a ma, which is the lowest coin in Syria. Meaning, I don't like Rashi's idea that since it didn't make a pruta, therefore it's obviously davar chashiv, and therefore by kedushin, we're going to make it into a whole dinar. The bish, lama lakaman, it makes sense later on. The Amr kivin daf give me prutas, and you took it out of a pruta, dinar, then you turned it into a dinar. Hainu basud, so that's Rashi's svar, right? No, Hainu basud, the ashkachay prud, the pruta have the pushabir kesef. That's once we've found out and we're holding that pruta really is included in the word in kesef. Legabi amavriya, in regards to amavriya, vakivan afkite me pruta, since you took it out from the minimum, which we're now holding is the minimum of pruta, and you said no prutas. The havi kesef or kimul dinar. So then fine, we make it establish it on a dinar, the havi davar chasha, which is the chasha thing. Aval hash the damer the b'tzuri like a pruta, but now you're telling me it does in Tzuri there's no pruta, and the Torah wants a Tzurian currency. It's not called kesef otherwise. Alma matveya bagel hen hainu ma. We see the lowest coin is a ma. Nahi nami daf kitame pruta. Granted, you took it out from pruta. A dinar amay mokbis. Why did you make it into a dinar? There's no svar now. You didn't move up from the minimum. The minimum is a ma. And there's no indication at all that we want something kashav. Not really, because I just made it a ma because that's the lowest currency we have. And kesef always means that. A dinar, my muckus, like, why did you make it a dinar? I'm Mahavali, the should have made it a road caution of another caution, the Pirish. The Osula Fuki Mandam, Retiner State Machat, and Bahadal Bachas, man is coming to exclude the Mandam, that says if you admit two needles, you claim two needles, and you admit one of them, that you're Chayiv. So that was what he's trying to say. The Shtei Kesef, when it said the word Kesef is coming to exclude the Mandam, who holds that Kalim can be whatever they are. Because you have to be as chashav as kesef and worth as much money as kesef, which is 2 months. The hainim the ha beperek shvuas aliyam we see in perek shvuas aliyam the mashma the half drasha the ma kesef davar chashav. This whole drasha of what kesef is chashav also liba the shmuel is going according to shmuel the Rav Spir like kesef ki also like vir hudasa, because when Rav when he gets it holds that when Kesef is coming for Kfira. So there's Kalim and Kesef. Shmuel learned it as a Hekish, and the whole amount is either Kalim or Kesef. Two Kesef or Kalim, whatever, either whatever they are or equal to that, not just whatever they are. And then there's Rav who says no. Kesef, Kalim teaches us everything. Kesef tells you that the denial has to be to Kesef alone, aside from everything else. He moves the Kesef to another topic. So this is going according to Shmuel. Kesef davar chashiv. So therefore, Kesef has to be davar chashiv, yeah. How do we know we're in Rav? That's the question right now. She seems to say we could be in either one, no? Because we use them for either one of these two drashas. This was clearly in Shmuel, right? I don't know. I guess his question is, this Gemara is in Rav, and it's mashma we're doing this in Rav. Seems to be the kasha, but I don't see how you know this Gemara here is in Rav. It doesn't. The Rashi said it could be both. I'm not sure. Anyway, the L'chain Levi, therefore the Reese things, Kamosha Virush, Shamer Bos, like Rabbi said in the like Rashi, and them as rabbis, the Diener having Matbea, because of Mishabituri, the Diener is the lowest coin, Masha, Hiksha, Rashi, and this the Rashi says, the Kol Ketzavam Betorah, all the is dinar, that if all the money in the Torah is a dinar, how could the Hekesh come and get rid of it? That we already need this Hekesh. Say the Kalim is 2, so the Kesef is 2. So when you read the low kosher media, I think that's not low kosher, low media. It's not a kosher at all. Ain't Hekesh the master of the rule. There's a rule you can't have a Hekesh halfway. So granted, you used it once for 2 Kesef, but you still could also use it again. Say 2 non-kosher Kesef. Just like we learned 2 from Kalim to Kesef. We can also learn from it something which is kosher of Kalim. And this is what the Rashi asked. Really kosher. What we said over there, the Kalim Mashahut, and that's why they said, okay, I'm going to say whatever they are, meaning whatever, they're whatever, it's not kosher things. That's still not a kasha. It also says that even this needle has a great chashivas. Shor lasses malacha. You could do work with it. Gedola. Fine. You could do a great work with it. And this it says over there, whatever they are. The kalim were said separately to tell you. That's why I took out kalim and said them separately to say whatever they are. Lav dafka l'mashin doesn't mean whatever they are and they're just whatevers. El lafugid lobin and sheik hakli shavama. It doesn't. It just to exclude that you shouldn't need the kli be a full value of a ma. Shehei shava pruta, but it still has to be a pruta. Mikomakum chashivas galo yesh, but still it has a great chashivas. There's a mashal going through like what Tos is going back and forth here. Shiroi lasses ba malacha, that is fitting to do malacha. Gedola masheheksha the bishvuhois garcina nebkoin. He says in shvuos we say the opposite. Hanami lo kasha. And we say Kesef is the Chashav one, not Kalim is the Chashav one. So we learn from Kesef to Kalim, say Kesef has to be Chashav, just like Kesef is Chashav, so the Kalim has to be no Machat. That was Rashi's Kasha. We guard the opposite. Hanami lo Kasha is not a Midah, it's not a Kasha at all. Hainu l'Shmuel. That's according to Shmuel. The law it's strictly Kesef l'Midi. He doesn't need Kesef or anything else. But Darshle, awesome, because he darshes it over there. He doesn't use Kesef for the denial. So therefore, for the whole claim, Shmuel can darshan both Kesef and Kalim. But Darshli awesome, Lamid al Kalim, many darshans is there to teach about Kalim. The Bein and Davar Chashuv, then you need a Chashuv thing. Abul Hacha, also Liba the Rav, here we're going according to Rav. The Muki Kesef lo Kfira, who makes Kesef for a different thing for Kfira. Ulidei Tarvayu Drashos Nafki Mekalim. And then you have to say, according to him, both drushes are coming out according from the word Kalim. So this is again showing that Tosus holds we're going according to Rav. I don't know. Now, Kalim, Shnayim, but Davar Chashav, so both drushes are coming out from Kalim, both Shnayim and Davar Chashav. According to Shmuel, yeah, there is a drush to go back from Kesef to Kalim, but here we're in Rav, and there's no Kesef here. We had to use that Kesef. We have to move it to the Kfir in order to get the idea that there's the Kfir alone has to be 2 Kesef. Shmuel, who says the Kfir alone doesn't have to be 2 Kesef, just the whole claim has to be 2 Kesef, and it's all one pasuk of Kesef or Kalim, so he can connect Kesef to Kalim, Kalim to Kesef, fine. But Rav only has Kalim, and so you work with the Kesef is being moved to another place. So the Kalim can talk about, so you can be 2 and Chashiv, but the Kesef is moving to the Kfira, to the denial part. Drashos nis nafke mekalim shnayim the davar chashiv umiu lefizeh. According to this, the amar the b'turi lekama that says in Syrian there's no ma kasha the hakasiv. So meaning now we're saying according to the rabbis that the lowest coin is a dinar. So there's no ma. We have a kasha that consider the pasuk says esim geira for 20 geira hashekel is the shekel. And Targaminim esim moyin. We translate that in the Targum as 20 ma's. Al ma, ma. We see there is a ma. B'mei motion times the most of the Kesef Shabbatorah and the Kesef in the Torah. Esrim Geira means 20 ma's. There is a ma. Avam Rabbeinu Tam Degara. Lo Yahavi ma. Agara is not a ma. Ela Mishkol Haya. It's a weight. B'mei Moshe Shayashava ma, which was equal to a ma, b'shavasa mimenu matbeya v'karo ma, and then they made a coin from that weight, and they called it into a ma. Okay. But it wasn't really a coin on its own. So the rabbis read it, the lowest coin is a dinar, it's just a weight.